RRQ having 67% attack side win rate on Ascent. It's crazy to me that Wolves have picked this map against them. Utter confidence from them. Jemkin, not the way he was looking to start on the international stage. SiuFat's arguably more acclimated. And confidently, he's taken that mid-control.
Pop flash from to this A site, anchored by multiple players.
Spike down A.
Talk about stopping power. Crazyguy hits him like a Mack truck. Why are you going to start to inch forward now? So over you two to try and light the save, and Monyet springs out there from Jen. Why are you able to deliver? Allows Juicy to move right on up. Clear that dart. Why you was revealed. Shot dart could account for him here, and bam! That's a connection from Kushy. Drops down for a second. Encounter brewing here. Jemkin and Juicy. Oh, buddy, that is clean
In that category.
Yep, number two in first kills in Pacific was 85.
Why you though? Crucial kill on the opposite side of the map. Gets the neural theft off as well. They may just want to accelerate into this site. It's only xffero to anchor in the back. They could overwhelm him with numbers.
He's in an awkward spot, caught the grab, man, and was pulling it off him. Clearly not ready for that burst of pace from Wolves. That's going to crack the B side open. Monyet forced off to the right. Spring tries to hold him in places. Paranoia comes in.
Spring not going to overplay his hand either. Just stay alive, be a presence in market that will eventually need to be dealt with. Jemkin wants to do just that. Isolate this door. It's tucked to the corner. Shot in the back.
Massively exposed. And where was the trade?
Going towards mid. Oh wow, engagement. Monyet just isolate convert on the last round where they had a first kill. But they're going to need to do it here with this maxed out investment they have into the round.
Juicy sees it all here on the B side, opts to stick it and fight inside of it. Kushy wants to push up and get the drop on him, and eventually the double face from RRQ will derail things. A second, Lysoar picked up, Jemkin's off, finally starts to sing.
But 1 versus 2 on site while the rest of the players are bogged down in the choke. Really would have required some serious heroics.
Once again, it's that same wander up catwalk by Juicy. But he might look to ask for more. That's unfortunate, Crazyguy. Pockets the only an inopportune moment, but Kushy doubles down. That is ferocious. From spawn, Hunter's Fury yields 2 kills. And RRQ have absolutely stabilized this round after losing Crazyguy early.
1 enemy remaining.
Absolutely stunning. All last 2 players inevitably going to get cleaned up.
That 0-point timing for Crazyguy is going to be pretty important. Worried about facing down at
You'll
Yuicaw.
say, obviously what we've seen from Spring so far in this tournament, incredible aim, willingness to take a ton of duels. We've had a couple situations.
Here.
Of course, the spawning is going to have to be smoked off. Likely Jemkin is there, and he is split coming into sight. Monyet is fully committed right now on the stairs. Juicy wants to take the action to him.
Hunter's Fury time now. SiuFat's going to let that one rip, but there's actually no one on the B side itself. All of RRQ are basically playing off of it in their entirety, and Crazyguy got brought down.
Tough to res Monyet, who teleported away to safety, is actually able to bring Crazyguy back up. 12 seconds. Spike needs to be planted right now. Still isn't being tapped finally from SiuFat. RRQ ready to go for this man advantage. Retake pop flash over the top. Jemkin has the Blade Storm out. Ready to get active, ready to create space.
Gonna go on with the Owl drone as well. That sees nothing on Speedway. Jemkin needs to deal with these entrenched anchor players. But Juicy handles him. Monyet starting to make some progress here, but xffero and Crazyguy are dealt with on the B side. Now it's just a Speedway presence for RRQ. Monyet and Kushy. First 3, and they are cut down. That'll have been curtains for him quickly. Jemkin needs this. Good start for the team, and YU's head is gripped clean off.
Hoping that that will draw some attention, get some information if someone is pushed down. Not the case. Dimensional drift and another 4 versus 5. We've seen this story before. It didn't work out on the prior. Juicy committing to the side. Tripwire dangerously close.
Oh, buddy, they know he's coming. Gravnet, yeah, sure, gets used over towards Boathouse, but RRQ can recover.
30 seconds
There's
left.
a TP forward. You saw that from Spring, right at the edge of that smoke. Watched by 2, but this wrap angle is not covered adequately by Kushy. xffero has to deal with it himself. Here comes a second wave now of retakers. Still no plant.
Monyet does have a paranoia to get back in. That's a significant piece of utility for RRQ. Both dark covers used. Jemkin wants to get in here. Exchanges, gets the rifle, throws the op to Monyet.
Paranoia, Spring sees it coming and still can't stop Crazyguy. SiuFat knows Crazyguy is low, and it's on Monyet. Oh, just swings the right, but SiuFat unaware. Trying to recon to light this one up. SiuFat, the clutch!
All for this team. We've seen him clutch. We've seen him top the boards. And
Again, we know Wolves like to make use of all that round time, and Spring is rewarded for his
Well, the
patience.
site is absolutely free for the taking. Here come Wolves. Annihilation pop, just in case someone is there, they would at the very least be on the run. YU, can he be caught?
He is well tucked. xFfero's knocking. Oh, finish! He had the knife in his hands! Oh, Jemkin at least
30 seconds.
can get involved.
Spike
But RRQ are down to 3 now. They need to work their way in from upper. It's a fragment and then it's a grab net. Kushy caught in place.
Do they dare go for this 3-4? Look at the state of their economy. Supat still with the Hunter's Fury. He got that up from planting the spike. I'm really in a great position to use it, however. Spam on the crazy guy. Kushy's weak as well.
He's in on this side. Lysoar leads.
And with here, real from RRQ kid info. Jemkin wants to fight this in main. He has Monyet with him. Grab net comes down. Paranoia should get some big value.
Almost punished for that timing, but Jemkin was positioned forward in wide. And then he dimes on the attackers. SiuFat at least able to get another opportunity. There's obviously neural theft here for YU. Should there be an appropriate corpse?
The recon goes into market, but won't really help. There's still a triple mid. xFffero.
Spike down A.
He knew what was afoot. He knew what was coming.
And there's just no time left for SiuFat. Pinged out as well. 12 seconds. This round is absolutely done. So
10 seconds
RRQ, at the very least, managed to get themselves to 4 before we move on to the... Now you're getting the information on main. Hit about to come in from RRQ. There's the dash in from Jemkin. Wants to get to switch. Door going to be closed. YU wins the first engagement.
YU's been on a heater this game. There's no other way to put it. And he's going to continue, apparently. Crazy guy hit right between the eyes. Monyet is at least able to handle the Cypher. Kushy gives it a tap, but no stick. This is going to buy time for Lysoar to group up here with Spring.
Lysoar does have a grab net thrown out, but no connection. Monyet on such low HP. At some point, they're going to have to get this spike down. Wolves are just going to bide their time until that moment actually comes in. No reason to rush.
Shock dart? Okay, Recon has just come back up for Kushy. It's
left.
probably the timing that they were waiting on. He's going to come up and attempt to plant. Lysoar, Monyet. Oh, he gets off the line! Oh, that hurts! Monyet had too much to look at and he'll be overwhelmed. Really has to be the start of all that. Is a pretty sizable grab net! Oh, juicy. The temptation, of course, I understand. A lot of guns trained on that
time. That trap can be sprung. They pivoted all the way over towards this A side. Dark cover going to obscure the view from tree trips. Broken by Shock as well. Scaling now into the site for Wolves. They want to commit. They want to anchor.
Ah, why you lit up. That is a perfect use of that recon util. Kushy going to capitalize on his own application of the recon in the middle of the smoke. Spring eventually will be pacified. Not before he takes his pound of flesh out of the game.
SiuFat working his way through heaven. Would love to accomplish getting...
Again, I saw a huge part of, the engine room in terms of stall utility. Of course, that grab net play that didn't quite go off the way they planned it. Lysoar will bathe in the blast. Maintain 4 Vandals.
Someone is B.
Oh, okay, little turn.
He just turned quick enough. Saved his team.
One enemy remaining.
That kill was collected.
Okay, well, classic Spring. Tries to jump out there, get a bit of a fight. Juicy trades. Lysoar here with only a Guardian to work with and completely caught by that Hunter's Fury. xFffero just wants to bust the door down now quickly. Assume control of his A side as already the rotates coming in. Now, SiuFat has the Odin.
I know exactly where you are.
Will be revealed here now by that Cypher ult.
Going to keep Wolves at bay right now. Perhaps he's just going to opt to save. SiuFat would love to get a tag with this drone and someone to spam down with the Odin, but
got Jemkin.
Not going to happen. Recon, they're going to try to scale in. Time dwindling a bit.
They don't have the money for this. To risk these weapons here, they're going to go for it. SiuFat here is committed, clearly. In for a penny, in for a pound, he says. Got the player inside tree, it's Jemkin who's going to show some leg here and be a little quick. Situations prior. Null command coming out, crazy guy instantly knocked. This time Spring on a much safer line, deep on the A side, flattens the KO. Somewhat of a sell of this fake, I guess, as RRQ now turn their eyes over towards the B side of the map. There's going to be a player to Jemkin's immediate right. Crossing here could be dangerous. Spring has dealt now with that KO properly. And in comes the Cocoon. Nice little catch off the Annihilation here. And Wolves aren't really in a great position to help Juicy out. So Jemkin got caught. Kushy pushes into Boathouse though. Up on numbers are RRQ. But YU and Spring, high school classmates, now have to put it together. 5 years of play together. They themselves have said they are on the same wavelength. Need to bail Wolves out here.
They were just a little bit too far away in the rotate, but they catch the first on xffero. Monyet is so weak. Real opportunity to clutch things out.
Revealed there, pinged out by the neural theft. Big opening made here by YU. Kushy trying to keep Wolves at bay, but they are coming, and they've got a taste for blood. Kushy's third of the round. What a flick from YU. Nobody knows where Kushy was. It doesn't matter.
Taking a beat towards Styles. Oh my god, Jemkin is in so fast right now. Controlling all the space, taking a lot of damage, and SiuFat just catches him out. In the meantime, the spike is working its way up. Cat just hoping to get a fake into the sight. Sonic sensor destroyed by that shock dart. They're trying to scale in.
What a timing for Lysoar!
Spike down.
Shuts RRQ down instantly. Monyet can bail them out. But this has still now gotten very, very dangerous and very much out of hand. crazyguy just walking away. Monyet does not have that opportunity. He is in the side.
Planted.
Gets the plant down now and is hoping, praying the crazyguy can get there in time, but he's got a barrier in his way. He's got to break through this quickly.
He is able to do so. Has one flash to try to pop out of the smoke, give some assistance to Monyet, who's stuck in hell.
Crazyguy taking a little bit of damage here through this dark cover, down to 5. It's getting dangerous, and there it is. Operator still in hand for this team.
RRQ love to sell a fake, but this time it's not bought. SiuFat with that initial spam. Omen on some of the other maps is fast from RRQ. They're getting right up into the main. They want to get into the site. A lot of tripwires to deal with. Jemkin over the top.
This time SiuFat isn't here to spray anyone down to play off any of that side we do till it's YU in the site. Just can't complete any kills.
He thought he had it, already made the adjustment, but he just didn't connect that headshot. Maybe if SiuFat can somehow pick up one kill here, a spam kill, he'd have the Hunter's Fury, but first is the one from Kushy. Doesn't get the initial connection. There's the tag. Can he capitalize? No. SiuFat just out of the way, narrowly. Do they try to go for this right now?
Might be a tough one. Monyet brought down. He was in B main. Spring is at least able to dig him out, so now there's not the risk of a backstab as Wolves try and hit the site.
They know they can just focus on the players here. Kushy wants to get down lane, peek from xffero. He's undoing, but the shot goes wide.
Now though, RRQ being forced to play onto the side, but Jemkin is waiting for them. Fangs bared, blades out, ready to throw down. Deals with SiuFat as well. Headshot off the knives. And there's no more time for Wolves to get in here. Jemkin will pursue them. Blood in his eyes. Even so much that he take the
stop in B main.
Hunter's Fury as well for Wolves. Oh, they catch Monyet, and that's the controller out of the game.
In the meantime, what happened with Juicy? He tried to go for a peek in B main, or was just holding the angle, but
just straight up died. Did he leg xffero?
Yeah, it looks like he, wall shot legged him something. Worked his way into the site.
This timing is
God,
quick.
There's no way.
SiuFat, knife out.
The whiff.
xffero now needs to get busy on the site, but he knew his time was short after missing that engagement. B site is clear, but now it's handed over to A.
They feel like they just have to get in. RRQ null command. Jemkin wants to make space. Crazyguy out of the open.
Awkward timing. Jemkin got pinged just as he jumped into that cloud burst. Lysoar did fall. Kushy trying to get the res. He's trying to tease it. Spring looking for a timing. Crazyguy's back in the game. At least secures the trade. Kushy now 1v2.
He does bait him out. He gets the door down. Wants to take the duel, but he can't connect that last shot. What a prediction from SiuFat. Does he run into hits him on the teleport? That was madness in May. Kill trip insight to play off. Cage to dance around when the hit comes in. Jemkin over the top gen.
Kushy's going to clear hell now. Jemkin is on the side. YU gets lit. Oh, that's hurting for the defenders. SiuFat though gets involved. He's on that upper side. Eventually traded out. RRQ player advantage.
Juicy flash through, but dark cover down. Do they dare find a timing? To try to just pop flash out of this when the spike is going down. Now Juicy began to rotate towards tree.
This spot for xffero is so good. Juicy's not ready for it. And that shuts down any chance of a split flood for the defenders. Spring found Jemkin, just picked him up out of nowhere, and Monyet, I respect that. They had to clear it manually, and now this push through market, there's a belated approach for xffero here in B main, and Juicy's definitely expecting it with the cyber cage up and on the side. Here come RRQ, Juicy's only got a short window, he's found two-dimensional drift, he's gonna see it all, and crucially get out alive. SiuFat locks it down on the side, and RRQ collapses melting in a screaming heap. SiuFat tries to finish the job, but there's the annihilation! Straight into the...
Retakes, or when your Viper wall is down, allowing you to still obscure some of those dangerous angles. Speaking of dangerous wolves, all the way pushing out of me.
All right, ends up being a 2-for-2. Lysoar able to double down. Ah, yes. A good old classic clash of forces at the start of a pistol. SiuFat is fortunate.
Two-man retreat. RRQ feel very content to just take the space for free lightning fast trade from Monyet.
The lack of omen here for the defenders means they can't just throw that one way up a green again and slow this down. They lack that level of stall utility that RRQ has access to. Oh, xffero gets the drop.
Oh, Spiel ready for that. Push all the way through. We are going to get into a 3 versus 3 post plant. A lot of damage done to a couple of these RRQ players, however, and that's going to keep them at bay. They're going to want to rotate off. Oh, wow. Lysoar not able to get fully on that, and the cloud goes up so they can cross with some safety. That's a full commitment from Lysoar, a very experienced player on this team. Time is dwindling so low. Pressure right now gets his.
Takes a shot down to start with, but at least is able to find a 1-for-1. Dizzy out on the side. It's Jemkin. Vulnerable down to 47. Sees a wingman coming.
Into position. They want to wait this Viper's wall.
No anchor in the moment. Not in the sight here for the defenders. They're hoping to make use of that Gecko util, the Owl drone to get them here. And that Snakebite has effectively stopped the plant for the time being.
They are taking the time, or Wolf's going to try to flood when this Recon. Dizzy comes through as well. Why you on the duel? Jemkin, first blood.
And that position, Jemkin knows he gets a straight up 1v1 if it's only an individual player at Boiler, but Spring picks him off eventually. Viper's pit in the post plant. No Gecko to clear this either. Cover. No lockdown to force the attackers out of it. That's all because Monyet got started so early.
No real utility at all for Wolves. It's going to come down to finding a timing in this pit, trying to root Monyet out.
She assumes a position and Heaven Cyber doesn't quite have the chance for making the shot. Crazyguy.
King play, but it's not going to happen. And even further is Jemkin trying to sell his presence on A. There are rotates being drawn over there. And now, that's why you just be caught in the open. It's not even a trade. You can't find one.
Okay, that off for Juicy. Had to find some value this round, and so it does. There will still be a plant, though, as Monyet just disrespects the poison orb. Doesn't quite mind if he decays down. He gets his job done.
Maybe Jemkin hoping to find a timing where he can get top 2, pick up that angle. Now just going to rotate back to B main, meet up with the rest of the pack. Juicy pressuring back yellow. Here comes that Hunter's Fury. Has to take out the lockdown.
He knows where xffero has to stand in theory in the back corner, but xffero is able to win it out. Unclear how he manages to pull that off. But either way, it's backbreaking for Wolves to suffer that. That dark cover operating is like the cascade would in these Harbor comps, denying Juicy the ability to peek over the Viper wall.
This time it is very straightforward from RRQ. Work into B main, get the lockdown off, get the free sight, wipe the wall up. Easy plant, play for the post plant, but a couple significant initiator ultimates that Wolves will have to make a real go at this retake.
The plan for YU. Okay, Juicy's able to pick Monyet off. xffero's tucked here. Juicy suspects it, but he's been showing barrel this entire time. Subspan through the wall. SiuFat gives himself away, but xffero wants a bit more of it towards the snowman direction. This time, though, Wolves finding some success in his post plant. Ping on Crazyguy now, and he's going to have to face the music. Eventually, Wolves going to come to collect. And already that defuse gets started. YU. The one for Wolves is in this kitchen or slope area. Now move up there from Spring. You kind of see there's something funky happening in mid.
Spring is miles. Oh, that
God!
Lethal shot onto Monyet. That was
with a Phantom.
So fast, just as he rounded that corner.
It was really just playing back into the map.
This is looking quite disastrous for RRQ. They're trying to now just slowly creep into this A site. Spring is hungry for more, but shot down by Jemkin. Opportunity to get in, but going to be difficult to plant, perhaps. These mollies going to keep them at bay. Wolves are not fully buying it. They haven't rotated too quickly over. So it's not like they can flood in or really pressure off of this plant. So RRQ have a fair shot here. Again, I keep repeating myself, but it's these ultimates from Wolves. This Thrash should be able to clear out anyone close, but my eyes are on xffero. He wants to be the X Factor. He's working his way up mid on this flank.
SiuFat's watching for it though. I don't think xffero has the timing here he was hoping for. There's a Thrash. Then there's a player on 4-10. They drop down. Jemkin in the sight though. He's fighting for his life. Lysoar is headshot and Kushy on the move up, catches out YU. Now we're down to 2 players for Walls and they've got to make something happen. Hunter's Fury collects nothing. Tucked in Kushy. Juicy from above descends on him. Shorty claims him. And now Jemkin doesn't have the line. He doesn't have a shot on the spike. Gets rid of Juicy, but SiuFat is on there. And is able to just win it out. Time is on their side.
Oh, they needed to.
Just a wry smile.
So yeah, slight smile, take a sip. That looked doomed for Jemkin, given he was so far away. Opportunity to open this round up. Drone is not going to spot him.
This is dangerous, very dangerous for Juicy. He is in the lion's den, and he's just able to get out somehow. Low is YU. Monyet runs into him. Here's a burst of pace from RRQ, and Juicy at 8 health still is able to lock it down as Jemkin taken out of the game. Juicy knows he's going to get pushed around a corner, and Kushy does finally fell him. RRQ have found the opening they need, and Monyet has a timing from upper. It's on Lysoar. Passively watching mid for much of the round. He's got a sixth sense about that mid push, but the timing doesn't favor him. He still wins it out. 16 points of health. And Lysoar is in a 1 versus 1 against Kushy.
That is a brutal whiff. Does Kushy just want to swing out? Does he want to take a timing right now?
Lysoar sees him coming. And unfortunately, he's not fast enough to stop him.
He's hoping that the shock darts will clear out some of the mollies that have really been keeping RRQ at bay while executing. And those shock darts do just that.
There's enough time for xffero to plant here and walk away with that lockdown intact. That's going to be destroyed. Monyet pushes up, gets rid of it. Viper Spit now going to be thrown out. This is going to deny Boiler away for the defenders for the time being.
Second lockdown as well is going to waste so much time for Wolves. You can see the benefit of having the Omen there. The fact that you can cover up that choke on screens. Monyet could run forward, deal with that. But now, I'm looking at the double flank from Wolves. Where? What is this teleport from crazyguy, man?
The deck stacked against Wolves here, but they're able to find a way in. YU's found his second. Kushy can't quite hold the line. It's going to be Spring who finds the trade. Now on the side of the Blade Storm, it's Juicy. He's looking for more, and I can't believe it. Deck might have been stacked against them, but Wolves draw a Joker. And that's all they need. 4 rounds on this defense side, not too shabby.
Close have to be concerned that Jemkin could be tucked somewhere, spotted out on pipes. Wolves, they want to accelerate, but there are 3 players from RRQ, and they're looking intentional with anchoring. They want to fight.
As he got cleared, here's Juicy though from Dice. Good little headshot to get him opened up, but crazyguy found 2. It doesn't matter, Wolves have the numbers to overwhelm RRQ with some great openers. Should be in a position now to stick the landing. It's on Monyet.
Just look at the death markers there. Everyone from RRQ wanted to flood in, but Wolves winning out the duels.
They're never going to chance to really flood adequately off that rafter position.
Now, a little bit of damage.
He got softened up from that first engagement, so Juicy does get the 1 shot on him.
Up here, what's the move? Spring, Lysoar, working mid. They activate that alarm bot, and then they just peel back. A minute on the clock. Wolves posted up outside of A, waiting for that dark cover to drop. crazyguy is going to be playing with a lot of one-ways, giving his team something to work off of.
Kushy under some pressure now, just flattened by Dizzy. Couldn't see a damn thing. Juicy's actually opted to take up the Guardian here. They'll be on this A side. Look at how meticulous they are. Also, the push-up too might be illuminating for Lysoar.
30 seconds left.
Just this team taking their time. RRQ want to get in there, letting the wingman get the spike down. Lysoar just chilling on the flank, doesn't even need to make that free.
The turret's not there to see him out.
It starts off with this outlaw. You called it. Jemkin just takes a little bit of damage from YU, so he's one-shotable. After that, you have Spring and Lysoar in mid. Yeah, they want to be able to at least feign that they can pressure towards mid. Jemkin doing what he's been doing on these prior rounds. One-way cloud going to drop.
They're almost guaranteed a plant here.
Yeah, now that the
30
wall
seconds left.
goes up, crazyguy has no opportunity to try to take an engagement from Snowman, but does eventually have to drop. 20 seconds now. Wants to swing out, but RRQ, they're just so spread across the map that it doesn't give anyone an opportunity to get too active. They have to go for a full retake. Kushy has the Hunter's Fear. That's the best tool that they've got available right now.
Going to help them clear yellow, potentially. They're already pinging over in that direction. Juicy in on the side. That's troublesome for Monyet. There it is. Okay, so Spring is picked up, and that also turns off the Viper wall for later. Juicy now knows he's going to get multi-swung on this corner. It's getting a little bit close! Oh no! It's a disaster for RRQ! And Kushy now just steps up to the side and knows he's virtually cooked here. Gets it to half, has to fight for his life. One more tap and he'll have it. SiuFat doesn't give him the full kit and caboodle though. He won't give him an inch!
Slow, wait for this thrash. Here we go, now it's on.
YU sees the Omen TP away, spots 2 players in. Raft knows that's probably enough to be going on with. It's Juicy into nest. crazyguy doesn't have a chance to get eyes on him now. Juicy appears out of nowhere in the low ground. And Jemkin was forced off the site with his op. Desperately trying to get this weapon in his hands. And he's put it to use against Spring, but he remains on the outside looking in. And now Juicy is not done! Cutting a bloody swap through all of RRQ's. I'm going to buy almost for the rest of the game.
Timing to spring the trap. Dizzy over time. It catches Kushy at 410. Dangerous, but the dark cover will keep him protected, allow him to retreat.
Yeah, Juicy doesn't really want to test it, despite RRQ being on a weaker buy. Spring also could try and... Bro, what? The mosh pit for crazyguy. That is a devastating loss. Kushy now is going to start hunting for something. The clock is starting to bleed. Wolves are really slowing the pace down.
It feels desperate. They're letting
30 seconds left.
RRQ
Right there.
scramble, fear the oncoming hit, get into bad position. SiuFat ready to swing. The lockdown is coming through. What a kill from Kushy.
Credit out. It's going to be a lockdown for the attack side as well. Both are going to be active. Wingman's going to go and try and get a plant down, and Spring tries to get involved from mid. Juicy is there!
One enemy remaining.
And it's on Monyet. Again, he's forced out of it. This time, though, he has got no choice. He's going to deliver some pure magic for RRQ.
That was absolute chaos with the double lockdown. The wingman getting broken. Monyet pressing forward. Duel against Lysoar. Dangerous to even offer him that opportunity.
Now they know exactly where Monyet is. Over to the sky, gives it a tap, but Juicy delivers.
Pacific is. He has been unreal. Crazyguy forced back by the Dizzy, and it's Juicy over top. Get down outside of A. Patience. Allow RRQ to make a mistake and then swing over the top. There's the Dizzy. Juicy kept at bay temporarily.
Good patience. Pinged out by the recomp bot and doesn't want to try and push the issue, but Kushy's already out of the picture. SiuFat is chilling on the nano swarm. Wants to get that space. YU coming forward and now it's getting a little bit sloppy. Monyet and xffero, last 2 standing.
One enemy remaining.
And it's all on xffero to keep RRQ in the upper bracket. They don't know he's here. SiuFat down on the timing. This will have Lysoar's head on a swivel though. Turret to play with. All of his util at his disposal. Can xffero solve the puzzle? Around the corner, Lysoar and Juicy doubled up. Juicy in a position to trade should Lysoar get information on xffero's spot. He's on the move! And